It's 111. Oh, sick. What makeup products are actually good? What makeup is worth my money? It's back to school season. I need refills on products. Which ones do I buy? My name is Allie, and in addition to being a full-time college student and a musician, I also work at Sephora. One of my longtime passions has been makeup, growing up watching YouTube videos, following tutorials, doing theater, and now at the ripe age of 20, I feel like I am qualified somewhat to give you a few recommendations. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you my favorite makeup products right now. I've discovered these by using them like every single day, talking to my friends who are licensed cosmetologists or in cosmetology school, and consulting with a couple of the brands themselves on how certain products work. That's one of the cool things about working at Sephora. You get to talk to brand representatives about like ingredients and how to use certain products. Yeah, anyways. So here are my recommendations. Keep in mind, everybody's skin is different. Everybody likes makeup differently. So it is okay if the products I recommend don't work for you. I also will say the most important thing for makeup is skin prep. Making sure that you're taking care of your skin is what's going to give you a smooth base to put your makeup on top of. So if some of these skin products don't work for you, it could also be the skincare that you are doing. Anyways, let's get started. I'm so excited. I don't really talk about makeup online ever, so I'm excited. Let's get into it. Got my trusty old makeup bag right here. So we're gonna pull some products out. I'm gonna tell you about them in the order that I do my makeup. All right, so the first product I apply to my face is always primer. I hear a lot of people say that they don't believe in primer. In my opinion, if you say that, you just haven't found the right one. For me, primer serves three primary functions. Number one, it creates a skin barrier, so your makeup will not be coming in contact directly with your skin. This could be important because some makeup products do contain maybe chemicals, things that are gonna irritate your face, so a barrier can be very important. Number two, it's gonna make sure your makeup lasts all day. So if you're going to an event, if you are going to be sweating, this might be a really important step for you. The last function is smoothing out the face. So it's gonna give a really nice smooth base for your makeup to go on top of. So my three favorite primers are going to be the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This, as the name suggests, is going to be a really gripping primer. It's going to be tacky, so your makeup will adhere and stay on all day. This is also a clean brand, so if that is something you are conscious of, this is going to be a really great choice for you. The second primer I really like is actually the dupe for the first one. It's from e.l.f. It is the Power Grip Primer. I find that I use this one a little bit more. It feels just a little less silicone-y and a bit more watery, which I prefer. I find that they perform the exact same. The last primer I really like is going to be different. It's not a tacky primer. It is actually going to be a very smooth primer. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's going to be, as the name suggests, a pore-filling primer, so it's going to create a very smooth canvas. Sometimes I will combine these primers, so I will put the Hydro Grip on the whole face, and then I will put the pore-filling primer in the areas where I have enlarged pores. The next step is foundation. Depending on the day, I either go for a super light coverage foundation, no foundation at all, or I go for a medium full coverage. For the more light coverage, I use the Say Slip Tint. This is a tinted moisturizer, so sometimes I won't even use a primer underneath because usually with this one, I don't need it to stay on all day, and I do want that moisture to sink into my skin. It's gonna give a really luminous finish. It's really great for high school, honestly. If this product was around and I knew about it in high school, I'm sure I would have used it every day. For the more full coverage days, I use the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This is my favorite foundation ever. This foundation is a really buildable foundation. I feel like I can even do like a lighter look with it too, but it can go all the way to full coverage very easily, and it's gonna have a very satin finish, so it's going to look very skin-like. I'm wearing it today. I absolutely love it. After foundation, my next step is concealer. I'm a little bit of a concealer freak. I'm always on the lookout for new concealers, and I'm always switching it up. But my one that has stayed my favorite since probably the 7th grade, has been the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's gonna be a liquid concealer. It has, I'd say, medium coverage. I think you can build it up a little bit. Very skin-like finish. It always looks really natural, which I really like. This is a great everyday concealer. Sometimes I use it with full coverage looks, but usually I don't. I use it for more light to medium coverage. I would definitely recommend trying this one, especially as like a first concealer. There's a mini one that's gonna be $15, I believe. It just has a really beautiful formula. Very easy to blend, very easy to use. The next thing I go in with is my cream products. So that's gonna be the cream bronzer, contour, and blush. For contour, I use the Fenty contour sticks. I'm very pale and they have a contour stick in the shade Amber. They also have like a light amber and an amber suede that are going to be more neutral toned rather than orangey. So they're gonna be really great for contour. Contour is all about chiseling the face and creating shadows. So you're gonna want something that's a bit more neutral, cool toned. Bronzer is warming up the face, so you want something a bit warmer. For contour, I love the Fenty contour sticks because you can really go in there and chisel out that face. The way I usually use stick products though is I will sort of warm it up on my skin a little bit and then I'll go in with a brush. This just helps make the product more malleable. For a cream bronzer, I really like the Makeup by Mario cream bronzers. I forget what they're called. They come in the compact though. And I just kind of dip my brush in there and then go apply it to the face. I really enjoy the creaminess of it. I find that it's super easy to use and it gives you such a nice bronzed look without it being too orange. Again, I really do have that issue where things go really orange on my skin. So finding good bronzers and contours can be very hard, but I do really like that one. For my favorite blushes, I love the Milk blush sticks, those lip and cheek sticks. There's a bunch of colors. Even the darker ones look really great, I feel, on everybody's skin tone because I don't really know how they do it, but it looks so lovely. I have a couple different shades I've collected throughout the years. I have yet to find a shade that I don't like. They're just super blendable, really easy to use. I do find that they stay on a long time, and the packaging is so cute and so tiny. The next thing I do is I set my face. For setting powders, I prefer loose over compact. And the loose powder I've been very into lately has been the Huda Beauty powder. I know that a lot of people really like this one, and for good reason. Right now I have a mini. I'm gonna get the large one when I run out of the mini, but it's lasted me a pretty long time. It's just really good for, again, it's another element to make sure that the makeup is gonna stay on all day. If you use a bunch of cream products, it's gonna make the face very dewy, and to make sure it doesn't melt off and to give it a bit more of a satin finish rather than a luminous finish, I like to set everything. The Huda Beauty powder does have fragrance though, so if you are sensitive to that, I would find a different one. Usually the next thing I do is I jump into my eyebrows. I am so particular about my eyebrows. I was one of those kids in middle school and high school who did the block brows, not on purpose. I really thought I was doing something there and people would compliment me, so I think it was just the style of the time, but I've grown a lot since then and I have better products. Although I do like the Anastasia and Benefit eyebrow pencils, my favorite right now is the Refi eyebrow pencil. It has such a thin tip and a creamy formula. It's easy to blend out, which is what I kind of look for in an eyebrow pencil right now. I want it to be easy to correct if I make a mistake, but I need it to last a long time too. Once I fill in my eyebrows with that, I like to go in with a eyebrow gel. I love a clear eyebrow gel. A lot of eyebrow gels right now are like eyebrow gel wax hybrids, and they go on white and they dry down clear, but sometimes they'll leave a little bit of a white cast, which I'm super not into. The 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit is a clear brow gel that will stay all day long. I absolutely love it. I wear it pretty much every day. Since I got it, every time I have gone back to a different one, it's never the same. Once my eyebrows are done, I'll actually go back to the face products. I usually give time for like the powder to set. Sometimes I'll even do a spritz of setting spray after I use the setting powder on my face. We'll get into my favorite setting spray later. But I give it like, you know, the time it takes to do my eyebrows, and then I will return and put some powder products on top. So for a powder blush, my favorites are the NARS blushes. Currently, I really love the one in Dolce Vita. The next powder blush I really like is gonna be from Sephora collection. Sephora collection surprisingly has a lot of really great products, and they're also the most affordable brand in the whole store. Their powder blushes are so pretty and last a long time, and I just really love them. So the one I'm showing you, I have been using for a very long time. They've since improved the formula, so they're even better now, which is crazy. I don't currently have a favorite powder bronzer, so I don't really have one to recommend. I know the NARS ones are really great as well, the NARS Laguna bronzers. I personally haven't used them that much, so I don't have a favorite bronzer recommendation. Once all of that is done, I will go in with a coat of setting spray. My favorite setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Since it first came out, they have come out with a couple different types of the all-nighter. So they've come out with like a vitamin C one for brightening. They've come out with a mattifying one, an oil, which is like an oil control one. I really like the original one. I find that it does work to hold my makeup in place, lock it on. So that's the one that I use. Honestly, I just haven't really found one that I like better. I don't think that it's necessarily the best thing in the world, but I haven't found another one that I like. After all of this, I move on to the eyes. First thing I do is use an eye primer. The eye primer I use right now is the Anastasia eye primer. It makes things super easy to use, super blendable. I also use the Fenty eye primer. I lost mine, I don't know where it is, but that one's going to have a clear base. So instead of being pigmented like the Anastasia one, it's going to be clear on the eyelid. Eyeshadow primers are important for the same reason that regular primers are. It's going to make sure the eyeshadow stays in place. But then I go in with the actual eyeshadow. My all-time favorite eyeshadow ever in the whole wide world, the Anastasia palettes. Any of them. Literally any of them. Specifically, the ones I like the most are the Sultry palette and the Modern Renaissance palette. I have used those to death. I believe the Sultry palette was limited edition, so I don't think it's out anymore. But the Modern Renaissance is forever a staple in my makeup collection. That warm taupe shade, beautiful, beautiful transition shade. As you can see, mine are super, super beaten up. I have had them for a very long time and they travel with me wherever I go. The other eyeshadow I really like are the Urban Decay eyeshadow singles. There are really pretty glitters. I know that Space Cowboy is really popular. That's the one that I have. I'm not wearing it today. Just wasn't feeling the glitter vibe, but when I do, it is so easy to use. Just use your finger, swipe it on, you're done. Then I go in with an eyeliner. Right now for like the gel, the waterline sort of thing, I've been really vibing with the Patrick Ta. I don't know what it is. I kind of stumbled upon it randomly. There's a tan shade that you can use. I use the black one for my waterline. I just find it stays on a very long time. The formula is super easy to blend out. It's so creamy. And then when it's on, it's on. I really like the Better Than SEX eyeliner by Too Faced. That's gonna be my favorite liquid eyeliner. I love a brush tip. They're so easy to use. I've also misplaced that one. I will see if I can find it. After my eyeliner is done, I will go on with a mascara. My favorite mascara in the whole world. Nothing competes with it. The Hourglass Unlocked Mascara. It is a lengthening mascara and a tubing mascara. What that means is instead of coating your lashes like it's paint, it's gonna kind of create like a tube, like the name would suggest, around your eyelash. So when you take off your makeup at the end of the day, it's not like you're scrubbing it off, it's kind of just gently sliding off your eyelash. It's much healthier. After all that, I move on to highlighter. My favorite highlighter ever has been discontinued, so I'm not really gonna talk about it, but it is from Too Faced. I love the Too Faced highlighters so much. They are super blinding, beautiful formula. This one is the discontinued one, but it is really similar to the, I think they're called the Moon highlighters, something like that, that just came out from Too Faced. Beautiful highlighters. For more of a natural look, I have been reaching for the Refi highlighter. It is a gel highlighter. It's in the shade Topaz. I believe there's only one shade, and it just looks beautiful. It looks like that sort of wet look, not glittery at all. It's just very reflective. This brings us to our last step, which is lips. I love a good lip product, I'm not gonna lie. However, I am very picky about it. As you can probably tell, longevity of makeup is like my #1 concern. I need it to last. I do a lot of things. I am a busy bee, and that makeup has gotta stay. So these are my top 3 favorite lip products. Each have a very different formula. #1 is going to be Merit lip oil. The Merit lip oils are beautiful. They're lip oils, so they're like a lip balm kind of, but they last a little longer. They're super hydrating, so they're not meant to last forever and ever and ever. They moisturize your lips though so well, and they are pH lip oils, so they adjust to the pH of your body and they will produce a tint from it. That's what I'm wearing on my lips today. My lips are naturally more on the pale side, I would say. I know they're like not, but they are kind of. You just rub your lips together. Boom, pigment. Beautiful. My second favorite lip product, again, no particular order, but like there's 3 of them, is the Rare Beauty lip oils. They are popular for a reason. They give you the prettiest stain. Personally, calling them a lip oil seems a little weird. They do go on as a lip oil, hydrate really well. They dry down though and leave a very pretty stain, but you will need to apply like a lip balm on top of it once they dry down. It's crazy though. I will eat food, go about my day, drink water, and the lip stain will stay. My last favorite lip product are the Sephora collection liquid lipsticks. I wore one to the Taylor Swift concert. I ate a whole greasy pizza and it stayed on. I'm not kidding. Like, I didn't even reapply it. I think I took my finger and went like that. They're incredible. They stay on forever, but they also aren't impossible to get off, like with an actual makeup remover, which I really like. And once all that's done, of course, I will go in with my final spritz of setting spray, and that's the whole makeup look. That was actually so fun to talk about. Oh my God. This is my makeup after about 12 hours of wear. I just wanted to show you in case this sways your opinion on any of the products, but it's all still there. There's very minimal creasing, if any. Yeah, I know it's not perfect, but it did last through 5 hours of work, a little bit of exercise, so yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. That was so fun to share. I hope you guys found some makeup products that you might enjoy using, want to test out, want to go to the store, see what they are. I love makeup. I don't talk about it online enough for how much I really enjoy it. And I hope I was able to be of service to you on your own personal makeup journey. Anyways, hope you all are having a lovely day. Have a great back to school season if you're in school. If you're not, have a great fall. I love fall. I love spooky season. It's my favorite. Anyways, I will stop talking. Bye everyone.